Hello students, today we are going to start chapter 4 of our Civics Media. In this chapter you will study about media and its meaning, types of media, interdependence of technology and media, role of money in media, role of media in democracy, Right of Information Act. Media and its meaning. Media is the plural form of word medium. That means a way of communicating information, etc. to the people. In this way, media refers to the various ways through which we communicate in society. Everything ranging from public meeting to the programs you watch on TV is termed as media. While letters, emails, and internet are means of personal communication, newspapers, magazines, TV, radio, and films are means of mass communication. As they reach out to a large audience, the term mass media is used for these means of public communication. It reaches to the millions of peoples or the masses across the country and the world, so they are called mass media. Types of media. On the basis of technologies used by the media, they can be divided into print media and electronic media. Print media, they include newspaper, magazines, books, periodicals, journals, etc. Since these are printed documents, they are collectively called the print media. These images are representing newspapers and magazines. Electronic media, TV, radio, internet, etc. are called the electronic media. They are called so because we need electricity to access them. These are the images of different types of electronic media. Interdependence of technology and media. We live in fast-changing era. Various developments in the fields of communication technology since the end of 20th century have left a deep impact on us. The latest technologies help media to reach out to the masses. The impact of technology can be seen on the billboards, newspapers, periodicals, CDs, televisions, programs, films, etc. This is an image of a modern printing machine. The print media has changed tremendously. In earlier times, raised and carved designs of seals were pressed on wet clay or wax for printing marks to close agreements, record transactions, and authorize documents. The Chinese influenced the development in the field of printing to a large extent. They invented paper. The hand-copied and illustrated books by Buddhist monks gave it a further thrust. John Gutenberg is credited with the invention of the first machine with a type mold. Gutenberg brought out the first printed Bible in the mid-15th century. Today, computers control the printing process where printed images, including text, are fed into the memory of printing machines and print newspapers, magazines, and books. In electronic media, television is very important for a number of reasons. The amount of time that many people spend watching it, its ability to bring together a sense of national identity, and its powerful role as a source of information about various aspects of life. In present times, it is the prime source for the public to know about the current affairs, progress of wars, political situation in a country, etc. Thus, it has a great impact on the public perception and opinion. This is an image of a satellite transmission process. Cable and satellite network has improved the connectivity in rural, mountainous, urban areas. This communication technology has successfully ended narrowcasting, limited to a country, and gone across international boundaries to create a global culture. On one hand, technology has improved the efficiency of media, and on the other, media updates us on the advantages in technology, whether it is a new form of internet connection or diet pills. For example, media uses digital technology to provide improved quality of sound and picture as well as influences our thinking. Moreover, media helps us to think on global level beyond the narrow boundaries of our country. But the media will have to take steps to control the misuse of the means of mass communication to protect the public interest. Role of money in media. This is an image of a TV newsroom. Look at the picture of a newsroom or studio of a television channel. Notice an expensive equipment, cameras, computers, light, transmitters, recorders, etc. Besides the newsreader, many people are involved in the process of telecasting the news to you, like director, editor, producer, cameraman, lightman, and many others. The studios require constant upgradation of technology to provide quality services. All this needs a lot of investment. Hence, television channels and newspapers are owned or are supported by big business houses. Media is a powerful tool in the hands of the rich. They are in media to make money and propagate their class interest. The biggest source of income is the advertise a wide range of products from pimple cream to cars. The viewer is exposed to a number of advertisements, of 2 hour duration is each highlighting the wonders of its product. A feature film of 2 hours duration is stretched to 4 hours as one advertisement is followed by another during frequent break. The condition during a cricket match is similar where advertisements are squeezed in after every over. Today, along with Indian business houses, many multinational companies also own a big share of Indian media. The programs cut across national and cultural boundaries and expose the viewers to a wide spectrum. This is an advertisement. Role of media in democracy. The media plays an important role in a democracy. It has the capacity to create an informed opinion. It enlightens and empowers the people. Access to information is essential for the health of a democracy for two reasons. Firstly, it ensures that citizens make responsible, informed choices after rather than acting out of ignorance or misinformation. Secondly, information serves as a check by ensuring that elected representatives uphold their oaths of office and carry out the wishes of those who elect them. It is in providing this information that the media plays an important role. Indian media has been successful in creating public opinion about the bright burning issues, exposing scandals, and building the confidence of the people. It also ensures that the political powers, other parties, and powerful groups do not step beyond their limits. Based on this information, the citizen can learn about the functioning of the government and can voice their opinions against the government through the media, interviews, speeches, and panel discussions make viewers aware of the opinions of different political parties, eminent personalities from various fields, and the hopes and aspirations of the general public. The information helps the citizens to form opinion, learn about the working plans and programs that the government is undertaking, their successful implementation or failure. Even the policies of foreign governments regarding our country is also provided by our media. In order to form intelligent opinions, we need correct and unbiased information about the different happenings around us. Television and newspaper reporters are always ready to cover rallies, protest marches, or local body meeting with political public officials to answer the queries and apprehensions of the people. The queries can be about the success or the failure of plans and facilities promised at the time of elections. The print media also helps in building public opinion by providing information to the public. The press is usually called the print media, which is a strong political weapon and a pillar of democracy. Print media has different forms like magazine, journals, newsletters, and books. It helps us to make aware of the events and incidents across the border. Press has always played an effective role right from the time of freedom struggle. It was through the newspapers only that the national leaders fought for the freedom of our country. Some of the newspapers were started by our national leaders. These are as follows: Kesari by Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Harijan by Mahatma Gandhi, Al Hilal by Maulana Abul Kalam Azad. The press is expected to report about the events correctly and without any bias. Sometimes even the press is compelled to write certain things by force. The freedom of press must not be curbed by any body or agency. The newspaper is one of the important media which brings out all the informations to the people. The Hindustan Times, Times of India, Indian Express, Telegraph, etc. are the leading newspapers in India. Magazines and journals are also popular print media, but these cater to specific groups of readers only. Outlook, Business Today, India Today, Frontline are some of the leading magazines in our country. There are newspapers in regional languages too. Johannes Gutenberg introduced printing press in 1453 AD. Print media is easily available and has a lasting effect on the people. Its readership has increased with effective and appealing pictures, cartoons, graphs, maps, etc. Television and radio make the rural illiterate masses aware of the latest happenings in their region, and moneylenders have attracted the attention. Media also brings out the defect in the governance and administration. Do you know? The film Lage Raho Munna Bhai was exempted from entertainment tax by the government as it taught the lesson of non-violent protest, even though in a filmy style. Indian cinema has also played an important role in creating awareness about social evils, political malpractices, economic exploitation, and the fast changing Indian society and its value system. Our films in Hindi, English, and all the vernacular languages have a huge following in India and the world. Some films impact important messages and have great impact on us. The ever increasing hunger of the viewers for information has led to increase in many Hindi and English television channels, along with a number of regional language channels. They remind the politicians about their unfulfilled promises and their responsibilities towards their constituency and the nation. During the elections, they help the people, especially the illiterates, in electing the right persons to power. But it is a very important that the information provided by media is balanced and impartial. It should not favor a class, person, or an organization. Media should give an unbiased, balanced report covering all points of view and then leave it to the viewers or readers to make up their minds. All media must follow certain rules and regulations set by the government wide broadcasting code in 1962 in order to regulate the functioning of media. The main aim of media is to work for public interest. It should not be controlled by a few people. If it covers only partial news, then it becomes biased information which will not serve the purpose. Public also must be careful to see that information are not manipulated and affect the thoughts and feelings of only one. What do you do when you look at a news item? Do you believe in it immediately or look at it critically and think about the other side of the story? Do you ever wonder if the media is impartial and gives you truth and the truth alone? You'll find it surprising that in 1857 the British passed the Gagging Act, which empowered the government to ban the circulation of any newspaper, book, or other printed material that could weaken the authority of the British government. After independence on 26 January 1950, our constitution safeguarded the freedom of press as a fundamental right under the freedom of speech and expression chapter with certain limitations in the interest of the public. In recent times, the role and importance of media is changing at a rapid speed due to the globalization, privatization, and increasing use of communication satellites. Indian media is free, but sometimes the government can ban the media from broadcasting or publishing certain items to project the interest of our country or some religious cultural group. This is known as censorship. Right to Information Act of 2005. In a democracy, the government must share power with the humblest if it wants to empower the weakest. It is precisely because of this reason that the Right to Information Act of 2005 was passed. This right closely linked with our basic rights such as freedom of speech and expression and right to education. This was passed due to the demands of the various organizations and movements for attaining this right. A popular struggle regarding Right to Information Act 2005. A public movement began in the state of Rajasthan in the 1990s that demanded the right to information. The people who were employed in the public works were being denied their full wages. This image is showing right to information. When they wanted to see the records to claim their full wages, the government officials declined to show them on the ground that such records were secret documents of the government. Later, an NGO named the Mazdoor Kisan Shakti Sangathan (MKSS) raised the people's issue. It aimed to get all documents related to public works. The MKSS organized public awareness campaigns, dharnas, etc. in several towns of Rajasthan. Later, the government of Rajasthan passed a law on the right to information in 2000. Several other state governments also passed their own laws in this regard. Ultimately, in 2005, the central government passed the Right to Information Act, which came into force in India in October 2005. The main provisions of the act are as under. First, the act gives the citizens a legal right to get information from the government on issues that concern them. The authorities have to provide the information sought by the people within 30 days of filling of application. This is compulsory provision. If the matter concerns the life and liberty of the applicant, answers have to be given within 48 hours. Every public institution or body that is established, controlled, or founded by the government must maintain its record in such a way that such records are easily accessible to the. As a result of this act, the government bodies have become more transparent and accountable in their type of working. Media is like a watchdog in a democracy that keeps the government active and the public involved. From the position of being a medium of information, it has become a powerful force in our daily lives. The selection and the extent of media coverage by a television channel or a newspaper has set objectives behind it. It is important to make a critical appraisal of media before accepting or rejecting the news or the views. Let us hope that the media brings important issues that are otherwise ignored to the forefront. It must constantly draw the attention of the public and the government towards issues like scarcity of clean drinking water, lack of health facilities in rural areas, overcrowded cities, crime and violence, illiteracy, female infanticide, etc. A democracy without a free media is like a car without a wheels. Summing up, the word media is often used to collectively refer to radio, TV, newspapers, magazine, internet, and several other forms of communication. On the basis of technologies used, media is classified into print. On the basis of the technologies used, media is classified into print media and the electronic media. The main source of income of mass media is the advertisement. Media provide us the complete and latest information about the important issues of public interest. A popular struggle began in the state of Rajasthan in 1990s that brought about the enactment of the Right to Information Act 2005. Media, carrier of information. Mass, a large number of people. Communication, exchanging ideas or thoughts. Documentary, a film or TV or radio program giving facts about a particular subject. Thank you, class. Let's meet in the next chapter.